Hello. Hi, everyone. It's me again. Much earlier in the day than yesterday. I can't remember what time of day it was I streamed yesterday. I think it was around 4 o'clock, maybe 5. Um, it's good to see you all. Hello again, Daniela. I'm glad to see that you have returned along with me. I'm glad that you your son lets you know that you know I've returned, and I have. We're playing Minecraft again, but it's going to be a little bit different than the last time that you remember Minecraft. Maybe you saw the last VOD I did of yesterday when I was streaming. But today we have Minecraft, and Minecraft today is a little bit laggier than yesterday. I feel. Hmm. What can I do about that? 1 second. Um, Maybe it's because I have. Yesterday I just. It seems a little bit better now. Okay. Anyway, so what we left off with yesterday is that we ran into a problem where I was trying to get this thing working, and I need a block that uses copper. The only way that we get copper is by using this machine and putting gravel into it. Um, and we've only gotten a little bit so far. Not even enough to make much copper at all with. Um, Also, off stream, I did a few things. I planted the jungle saplings that we got, and now there's this giant jungle tree over here. And I finally got rid of that tree over there, and I replaced it with this tree. And this tree, and I replaced these as well. These are acacia trees. So we have some more diversity, some variety in our trees, and this big old jungle tree is it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Oh, I also expanded the walkway over here. It actually grew on its own. I thought I had to bone meal the tree, but it just I left the 4 saplings there and right next to each other, and they just kind of grew on their own. I also expanded this walkway so we can walk around the smeltery. Um, there was one other thing I did. I did some AFK mining, which basically was just I came down here and did some cobblestone mining, except I used the hammers, so I got gravel instead. Let me show you how much gravel I got from doing that. Look at all that gravel. So, I also installed the compression mod, and I'm very curious to see if the compression mod works with what I'm doing or if it won't. So, uh, let's talk about our priorities right now. I'm thinking that I want to use the little bit of iron I have and the little bit of andesite I have to get sort of like a early setup for create, just some of the basics that will help us like snowball into kind of going further with create. Um, it'll waste a few resources early on, but they will pay themselves back with automation. Um, and to do that, we need to get a few things. And one of those things we need is kelp. And I don't know about you, but I don't see an ocean around here anywhere. So we need to get our own little ocean. And this is how we do that with a a sieve that is full of water. But you have to use sand for it, and we don't have sand. So, to do this, let's make ourselves a hammer. And let's see if we can compress gravel. Okay, it doesn't compress like that. See, there we go, compressed gravel. Now let's see, can we return it just by crafting? Okay, we can. Let's see. Can we take compressed gravel and use the hammer on it to get sand? If we can, this will be... Never mind. Can we use compressed gravel for anything? Gravel. Oh. There is something that can do it. It's called a crusher. Automated packing. Yeah. Crusher, huh? Is it just a crusher? We have two different types of crushers. So how do we do this crusher? Or how do we make... This crusher is a multi-block. Okay. It sounds like it's made from some complicated things. How many hoppers is that? 9? Yeah, we're not making that crusher right now. What about the other one? This crusher. Ooh. Wait. Oh wait, sorry. This crusher. Crusher. It has some iron. You make a crusher with a crusher? Oh, that's the basic crushing factory. How do you make a crusher? Some lava. These things. Osmium. Metallurgic infuser. How do you make osmium? Molten osmium. And how do you get osmium? Is it only an ore material? Is there no... I need to maybe... Fermented ore meat, osmium dust. Osmium. Okay, we do get pieces of osmium. Okay. So there's a way. I need to look into alloying materials, because that was a thing, but maybe they're not something that you can alloy, so. Alright, so compressed gravel right now, kind of a bust. Don't really have a use for it, so we have to do this the hard way. The hard way. Cool. Well, we need a lot of gravel, because the chances of turning gravel into sand are low. Also, I'm just going to wait until it's daytime to do that. The other thing I wanted to do. I've decided that I'm going to kind of stop worrying about the whole mystical agriculture thing. And just make one of these seeds for each of these. So I need to calculate how many of those there are. And then make one, and then I'm going to start up mystical agriculture, because that is something that's going to be very time consuming. So I'm not so worried about it off balancing the playthrough too much. So just going to remember that's 4. $17 times 8. Oh boy, 17 times 8. So that's 8. 7 times 8 is 4, 8, 12. 2 times 8 is, what's 2 times 8? 16. Okay, 156. 156. But I already have 2. Oh, with 4 more. 160 minus 2. Okay. Minus 1. So minus 3. 160 minus 3. So it's 157. I need to create. So let's game. Okay. Non-land mode. Let's slip into land mode real quick. Game mode creative. Now let's just give me all of the seeds that I need. Prosper. No. So I wonder, how do you make prosperity seeds? This is not cheating. This is just the only way to actually do this, because there's no way to actually get this material. Oops, my alarm just went off. I need to fix that for next time. There's just no way to get this material in this sort of arrangement otherwise, because normally you're supposed to play this game in a normal world where you can mine and you get the material for it, and I just can't do that. So I'm just going to get enough to make literally everything, but I'm not going to get everything. I'm still going to go through the long and difficult process of tearing everything up, and trust me, this is going to take forever. Uh, I'm not going to get one of each of these, just the ones that are useful when I do pursue that, because I'm not going to immediately do that anyway. So, right, I don't need to make an that would be like summoning Pikachu and Pokemon Nuzlocke in a game where you can't get Pikachu and you need or you want Pikachu. Because here's the thing, I am I'm playing this to test this mod pack that I made. It's not supposed to be Skyblock game. I'm only doing it in Skyblock because that's easier on my computer. Because my computer is old and it doesn't run things very well. If I had a server, I would play Minecraft on that server, because the server would handle most of the heavy lifting. It would just be my computer rendering it all. But since my computer is doing both, Skyblock is kind of the best way for me to play modded, um, which is what I want to do, and I want to test all the things. So, how do I get all? Okay, 64, 64 plus 64. And what was it again? It was 50. Yeah, I think 3 stacks will do it. If I need more than this, I'll worry about this later. And this is basically so that I can stop talking about how, like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Now it's in the world, so we're not in should I, shouldn't I anymore. We're just in I will. Um, and, oh, you can't even, can you compost? You can't do anything with these. Oh yeah, I'm in creative mode still. Let's get out of creative mode. Survival. Thank you, thank you. This isn't really cheating. This is just, it's in the mod pack, but I can't literally access it. So the only way to actually play with this is to bring it into the game. The only difference really is that if I was playing in a normal world, I would just have to go mine it. And I would go mine it. Like, I have no problem with it. I just can't do that. There's no blocks to mine. it's all emptiness everywhere, except for over there, but none of those blocks are the ones that have this stuff in it. Okay. Right. I was waiting till it's daytime. It is daytime. Let's make some sand. I need to find somewhere to actually do that. Well, surely I will not hammer. I will not hammer the block underneath me and then fall out of the world. Hopefully, 2 stacks of sand will get me what we need. And then I'll need to create. So real quick, chat, if you want to do some homework for me so that I don't have to look it up on the wiki, how tall can kelp get in Minecraft? Kelp blocks. How tall can they get? If you want to check out the Minecraft wiki for me, chat, you can tell me how tall can kelp blocks get. Wow. Can't believe it. Alright. Well, if chat can't tell me, I can look it up when I need to know, so that I can make an enclosure for it. I also, off camera yesterday, built a mob farm in another world in basic Minecraft just to test a theory I have for a mob farm build. It was really tedious to make, and I just don't feel like making it just yet. I will need to make one. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's something that I can only get if I get zombie villagers. And I will need to get zombie villagers somehow. Well, I need to get villagers somehow. And I guess a witch. No, I think I can. There's a roundabout way that I can actually get everything I need to make potions without a witch. But I will need zombie villagers at some point so that I can get villager trades. Because I'm pretty sure there's something I cannot get without it. That I will need for my long-term goals. So, oh, this sieves both at the same time. This is the automation I've been looking for. Oh. Oh, so that's how this works, huh? Well, in that case, let's see how well this works. I want to increase things here. Will this spill water everywhere if I break it? The answer is yes. Got it. Where's my bucket? I'm going to break this. I'm going to break that. We're going to flint ourselves up. We're going to make lots of meshes. I didn't realize that you could combo them. This is going to make things so much better for me. I think I only... Maybe it won't work. Well, maybe it would. I don't know. Is that not... How do you... Flint. Flint mesh. Oh, it is there. It's just, it blends in. I was like, where, why, and how? Okay. 8 flint meshes. Actually, yes, that's fine. Finally, I have something to use all the string for. Okay, now these. Actually, I only have... No, 9. No, I need to make one more flint mesh. Right? Probably. Unless there's a flint mesh hiding somewhere here. No? Wait. No. One more flint mesh. Alright. Now, I need to make the things that are on the sides. The containment for the flint mesh. Let's go ahead and sleep. This just changed everything for us. Like, this is amazing. Okay, don't need that many. Just need 9. Alright. Now then. Let's do this in one of the basements. This basement will work. Is there a 9x9 spot I can make? I think so. Move you back over here. Yeah, Minecraft has some new music that it added. It actually has even newer music than this, but this is the best we got for this mod pack because I can't update this mod pack to a newer version. And let's do... Oh yeah, I have to shift click. What? Hold on. Why do you look funny? Well, I'm just gonna assume that'll work. Yeah, it's making a strange pattern. Maybe it's because it's corners. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, now we look at that. And of course, we've still not got. There we go, everybody. Kelp. Alright. And sea pickles, but I genuinely have no idea what we would use sea pickles for. We're getting so much kelp too. It's great. Okay. Wow. 8. That is more than I expected us to get. Alright. We should not need these to be waterlogged probably ever again. But if we ever do, it won't be a tedious process. We can also use this for the gravel, which is going to be so good. Sun! Yes, it's me again. Welcome to modded Minecraft Skyblock. Check it out. Where is everything? I got lost in that one Minecraft series and I decided I would just stay lost forever. But yes, Sunbelore, I'm streaming again. It's all gone. We have to make everything ourselves. This is the ultimate homesteading experience. Alright. Now then, kelp. Time to do some research. I came back to streaming last night. Well, it was more afternoon, really. 1 second. I need to do some research on how tall kelp can grow. And I can't read chat while I'm doing it. So, does it say anywhere how tall it can grow? Kelp can be, growing mechanics. Is there a limit? I guess this means that kelp can naturally grow to a height between 2 and 26. Okay, 26, sort of. That's tall. Let's see, I need to think about how I'm even gonna make this work. I kind of have an idea. But, oops, didn't want to open that. Alright, now I have to figure out where I'm gonna put this. It doesn't need to be very far away, and it probably should be close to my infinite water source. So kind of over here, I guess. Also, yeah, check it out. We got a big old tree farm over here. So that's what's going on in my life right now. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, actually, maybe right off of this. Yeah. Okay, let's make an 8-plotted one. We're gonna need a lot of cobblestone for this, probably more than even I have right here. Because if it's 26 blocks tall, it's gonna be big. I need to think of how I'm going to have it come to me too, as well, once I break it. I have a theory on how I'm going to do that. Yes, I have a theory. Um, Probably work that way. Yeah. So, I'm gonna need more cobblestone than this. Probably. So let's go get some of that. Just a little bit, real quick. And we'll talk to chat while we're doing this. So how are you doing, chat? It's been a long time. Oh, crowd control Minecraft. Yeah. I'm not quite on that level yet. You need a lot of really good reaction time for crowd control. Though there are some techniques to mitigate some of the troubles that crowd control can cause. I watched a streamer a few years back who did a crowd control stream. So I have some ideas. But the reaction time requirements that I couldn't get around would be a little bit rough for me. Crowd control, Daniela, is where chat can cause things to happen in the game. It's a mod for Minecraft where you can like have a creeper spawn or have me lose hit points or have me gain hit points. You can give me things, you can remove things from my inventory, stuff like that. It works well when you have a very big audience. The last time I watched a Minecraft stream was like a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't mind such a thing. Actually, spawning creepers, I do have solutions to those problems that would prevent it from becoming too much of an issue. As I said, I watched somebody deal with, yeah, not even the worst of. Oh yeah, I suppose they're spawning the wither. That's, I mean, you would solve that problem same way as like, you know, dealing with creepers and all other sorts of spawning issues. Summoning Vexes would be rough, actually. That's one that would be the worst. Because the way that you deal with chat spawning a bunch of things to kill you is you just hide in the walls. You go underground in like 1x1 areas and everything spawns itself into the walls and just suffocates. Yeah. Spawn cats, huh? Yes. Oh, so your streamer figured out the solution as well. I'm glad to hear it. Let's do a little sleep real quick. All right. Actually, now that I think about it, I should make this farm close to wherever my smelting setup is going to be because I can eventually convert this farm into an auto smelter as well. That's not its main use, I say that, but I probably don't need an auto smelter in this. This is modded Minecraft after all. And by the point in time that I'm worried about such a thing, I probably will have enough power that I won't need to worry about it. So I'm gonna leave this kelp in a chest because it's irreplaceable. Same thing with this copper. I cannot afford to lose it. The bucket, yeah, the bucket can't afford to lose that either. Everything else I can fall off the world with, and all I do is lose progress, but not sanity. Technically, the bucket is not irreplaceable anymore, but I kind of feel like it is. What I enjoy about Minecraft the most is making machines, which is what this whole series is supposed to be about. But I don't have enough materials to make them yet, so we have to get to that point. Which is a modded Minecraft thing almost exclusively. Like, you could do a few machines outside of mods, but they're not fantastic. I need glass, don't I? Glass? Do I need glass? Will they... Do I need glass? I don't know. We'll find out. Ooh, we'll find out. I don't like we'll find out. That could be a problem. No, I'm sure we'll be fine. We don't need glass. Right? No, no, we don't. Okay. So, surely. Um, right. Let's just make the enclosure first and worry about the other problems later. I want to get my slabs as well. That's all I have for slabs. I want some more slabs. Not that many more. There we go. Alright. Over here by the water source. Is this symmetrical? No, it's like that. It's fine. I should also have these over here. Okay. Oh, gotta be careful. One thing I like about the mods that I got to optimize this, because before I didn't have any optimization mods. I don't have as much lag, and that lag was kind of dangerous because it would like act like it was going to, if I froze, for instance, and while I was moving forward here, it would keep me moving forward through the lag, and it would throw me right off it. That never happened because I was being very careful before, but the lag is not anything remotely like that anymore. So yeah, it's not a big problem. I want to make kind of a big platform. You know, in hindsight, I should just fill this all in. Probably easier just to do that. This area over here. I still kind of want this to be... No, I don't need to be enclosed now that I think about it. I don't really gain anything from having it enclosed. And this doesn't need to be enclosed either now that I think about it. If I've never fallen off before, I'm probably not going to fall off on stream. Though I really should be saying that. Oh boy. Now, I did intentionally fall off a few times just to reset my hunger because I didn't have any food. Um, but, yeah. I haven't accidentally done it yet. And technically what I'm doing right now is not as dangerous as some of the things I was doing earlier. Okay. Suddenly we have a lot more room. But I want to move further this way to get away from the tree farm. Also helps that I have a mod installed that makes placing blocks a lot easier. Because check this out, like, anybody who's played Minecraft for a long time knows that this is not how normal Minecraft works. Though it should be how normal Minecraft works. I knew I would do that eventually. Yeah, sometimes when I play modded Minecraft, when I go back to vanilla, I'm like, how can I even live like this? Especially stuff related to chests and sorting chests. I haven't really done a whole bunch of like, oh, I should be able to sort my chests lately. But I can sort them, I just haven't tried in a while. But man, playing normal Minecraft, and that's because I haven't had very many resources in this Let's Play so far. I'm calling this a Let's Play now. But yeah. I do kind of wish I had vein miner for trees, though. I know I was talking in the last stream about a vein miner and how I feel about it. That it feels kind of cheap. But then I also started realizing, oh wait. Oh, I'm already out of platforms, huh? Let's make a few more. Can't make too many of these because I'm gonna need these blocks for something. hopefully this is enough room for what I wanted to make. I didn't really pay too much attention to the build. I guess I'll just settle on having less kelp if the size doesn't really work for it. Another thing I want to check. Let me get that kelp real quick. Will it grow on cobblestone? Probably not. No, it will. Okay. Man, life is just so easy sometimes. Okay. No tree should probably go beyond this point, so actually made this way bigger than it needed to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's a decent size. Actually, I could do it. No. I was about to say I could do it maybe 4x2, but I think that's pushing it a little bit. Okay. Oh wait, I kind of need that block there too, because I need something here, something here. I also need here, right? I'm gonna have to climb up this thing. That's kind of spooky, because it needs to be 26 blocks tall from this block. Kind of wish I had 2 different colored blocks. Wait, I meant to have that there. Have I mentioned I haven't gotten very much sleep? I guess the stream's title kind of gives that away, but yeah. I'm actually functioning kind of better than I expected. There's also another thing I need to check real quick. I suppose putting this down. Oh yeah, I guess I need more slabs. I don't know. 30. That's more than I need, but I won't need more than this, and that's what's important. Okay. So, I need to check how this water physics goes. And if it's just gonna all slide out. I guess that it won't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. That is a good thing. So we're already too high, 2 blocks high now, and I think, yeah, I'll count my ladders out. That'll tell me exactly how tall the structure is. 26. I have a theory for how I'm going to make this work. Oh, actually, in hindsight, right. I've done this wrong. I need to do this backwards. Yeah, like that. Right? No, I won't be able to see it like this. I guess I need to do it because you don't break the bottom one, you break it from one above. So, like this. Yeah, okay. And then I'm just gonna like completely take down all this work that I just did. Technically, I only need to access it on one side, but I like these double-sided ones because, well, double-sided is cool. This probably will still be fine. I hope. So, I will just, once it's grown, I will just break it here, and then it'll break all the way up. And then somehow I need to get it from up there back down to here. So, just, oh yeah, that's kind of spooky. I need to work on my railing a bit at some point. Not right now, but later. Because I could still back myself up off the edge really easily if I'm not being careful. All right. Okay, there's the basic idea done. Let's toss the ladders here. I suppose I could just build all the way up. Right? And slowly make my way instead of doing everything one at a time. I don't know. Let's just slow and steady wins the race this. We have no reason to you know, rush. Though I already feel like we don't have enough cobblestone because I chose to make this far bigger than it needs to be. This is almost certainly probably bigger than it needs to be now that I think about it. I'll need to find some other use for all of this kelp. I'm sure something will come up. Also need to be careful not to fall into this, because it will kill me from the fall damage. I should be fine, because, well, I don't really care if I die, honestly, from fall damage at least. Falling out of the world means I lose items, but just dying doesn't really change anything. Like, I have 4 levels, that's it. Really not that important. Also, filling this up with water is going to be really, really tedious. However, I am going to go sleep. Well, even if I was far from home, the only things I have in my inventory are things that I can get back easily by just grinding a little bit. There's nothing that is like super invaluable. It's just a time sink. I suppose, you know, Skyblock makes you think about Minecraft in a bit of a different way, because in normal Minecraft, I would think to myself, oh, I've lost like hours of progress by, losing any of this stuff. And well, in normal Minecraft, it wouldn't take hours to get a bunch of stone and wood. Well, actually, no. Getting the materials takes about equally as long. It's just that you're doing things that are more interesting while you're getting those materials. Like, while you're getting cobblestone, you're also getting iron and coal and a variety of other things, where in this, all you get is the cobblestone. That's all you get. And if you want to convert it into something else, you have to do more work. But losing progress in this, it kind of it still changes your perspective on what you lose. I'm not much of a fighter. I'm a wife, basically. I like fighting in other games, but not so much Minecraft. Man, kelp really grows tall. We're probably going to be near the top of that tree by the time we're finished here. And we definitely need more cobblestone. I mean, we almost had enough. Maybe like 2 more stacks and we'd be there. That's like 1 pickaxe's worth of mining stone. Because it's about 20 blocks each time we do a loop. Because it's, no, it's 18 blocks each time. Yep. Well, let's go get us some more cobblestone then. I guess I could take it from here, but we need a little bit more than that, so let's just leave that. And let's start grinding. It's back to talking to chat. Actually, I think I will, I'm gonna do something a little bit sneaky, chat. I'm going to be right back, but it's going to look like I'm here because I'm going to be having, you see, I'm not actually holding my mouse right now, chat. I have something pressing down on the clicker. Anyway, I'll be right back. I want to get something to drink. I came back, chat. I wasn't here the entire time, believe it or not. What other streamer will you find AFK mining on? You will not find that anywhere else on Twitch. Only here. I'm still not holding the mouse either. That's right, chat. We can play games while not actually playing games. That's about a whole Nepo. Yeah, we're just gonna let this pickaxe finish up. And then once the pickaxe has spent itself, we'll get back to building. Yeah. What have I been up to for the last 2 years or so? I got obsessed with Yuri manga. That was the thing. I had a roommate for the last 2 years. She moved out. Okay, we're done. She moved out back in January. And I've been waiting for my brother to leave since then. And he finally did a couple of days ago. And by leave, I mean get kicked out. Because he was kind of the main reason I couldn't stream anymore. There was an initial reason why I wasn't streaming, like why I quit. A few reasons. One of which is he came back. That was part of why I quit streaming. The other reason was I had technical issues. Those technical issues I solved within like a few months. But the him being here problem took a little bit longer to deal with. I've been looking for a job. Haven't found one. IRL job. I started practicing art again on and off for the last couple of years. I need to do that more consistently, and maybe streaming will help with that. I just about walked off the edge there. Wasn't paying attention. Kind of, sort of. I got into Magic the Gathering. A friend of mine, who I mentioned at the end of the last stream, who I raided actually, her server has a bunch of Magic the Gathering players on it. She also plays Magic the Gathering. And she got me into it. I still don't have enough cobblestone. I might dip into that extra cobblestone stock I have soon. The Commander Minecraft, Magic the Gathering. I did play a Magic the Gathering game on stream back in the day. Did I only play that on Kick? I might have only played that on Kick. I'm not sure why I made that a Kick exclusive thing for me, but I did do that. But I really didn't understand Magic back then. I do now. And also Commander is a very different game. And modern cards also make a big difference. Alright, let's dip into my extras real quick. Yeah, I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan too. But I kind of hate modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And the only card I like is Yubel. So that's my situation. It took me a long time to find anything that I actually loved about Yu-Gi-Oh! I did eventually find some things about Yu-Gi-Oh! That I was like, this is what I enjoy, which is Yubel. And just Yubel. But, yeah. Alright. Here's the basic outline. Now I have to fill it with water. Yeah, that's how I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. I came back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of when Synchros came out, when there was online play. This was before the official online play, which I still don't do. And I was okay with Synchros. I don't mind them. The TV show for the Synchros were good. Actually, I came back when XYZs were a thing. Now that I think about it, and I'm not a fan of XYZs or anything that was after XYZs. I hate XYZs the least of everything that came after it. And then yeah. So what am I doing? Water. That's right. This is going to be a slow process as well. So, oh yeah, I broke my pickaxe. I forgot. It's like, why is this not working? My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series is GX, though I think 5Ds is objectively better, at least early on. I don't think after should do this from the other side now that I think about it. after the first season of 5Ds. I haven't watched after the first season, but I don't have anything necessarily positive to say about it. Did I do that right? This is going to be way more tedious and annoying than normal. Okay. Now I somehow have to do all this without drowning myself. Let's see how that goes. Now, I have to fill this with water until I reach the top. And it doesn't spill out. That is a good thing. Can I do this on this layer? Yeah, the problem is when I click here, it's not gonna work. Maybe I do need to have a side that is, okay, well, the way of doing that is just by doing this. So much for my dream. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on there. How far back do I need to be before the current picks me up? Oh man, I'm gonna be bouncing up and down all the time here. This is gonna suck. It already sucks. It's gonna suck more. Maybe being on this side is better. Till I get to here, and then I need to do that. This might have been better to do off stream. Of course, I didn't know how much kelp I'd have off stream. I suppose if I just settled on a number and went with that, this wouldn't be a problem. You know what? Drowning is not being the biggest problem, so at least I have that going for me. I feel like progress on this is going to take forever. It's going to feel like it's just never going to happen. If this is this bad, just imagine how bad the mob grinder is going to be, because I'm going to need to use water in that thing too. I wonder how people normally do these. Is this like a experience people would relate to? Not anybody who's watching this, because nobody else watching this actually would do such a thing as what I'm doing right now. But you know, the hardcore Minecrafters, is this relatable to them? I don't know. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm constantly concentrating here. So. And also, there's not a lot to talk about with regards to water. I suppose I'm blessed that water is an infinite resource in Minecraft. Otherwise, this would be harder. Actually, it might be easier if it wasn't infinite. Because there are ways of creating water in this mod pack. And if I could just create water and then pour it in, and it would actually flow like normal water does, like in Terraria, it might actually be easier than this. But I'd have to wait for it to be raining. Doesn't seem practical. Also, it is getting dark. So if I put a ladder in the middle here, I could actually climb out. That actually probably would have made everything I'm doing easier. This water flowing? Doesn't sound like it. So that's a good sign. How far am I from the top? Hard to tell. I should put a torch in my offhand. I have dynamic lighting in this. I didn't think about that. It would make this a little bit easier. Do we have flowing water? Doesn't seem like it. You have to avoid flowing water in this, because if you have flowing water, the kelp cannot grow. It needs to all be stable. You have to use your ears to hear it when it's dark like this. I accidentally just created it. So you gotta look out on the edges like this. I wonder if there's monsters spawning around my house. something weird going on now, definitely. I don't know what it is. I'm being pulled to the middle here, and I don't know why. And I'm being pulled to the middle here too. We all calm now? Sounds like it. Wow, doing this in the dark is not easy. Who would have thought? Okay. Oh boy. I feel like this is taking twice as long as it should. And I regret not having a torch in my offhand. Alright, that one was not too troublesome. Wonder if this sounds soothing to anybody. I doubt it. People talk about water sounding soothing, but I don't think this is what they mean. Wait, why are you pushing me this way? Alright. We're close to the end now, finally. Jeez, this is, I'm sure it is the most entertaining thing that anybody's watched somebody doing in Minecraft. Sun is coming up at least. Ooh. And now it's raining. As if I couldn't get any more wet. Ugh, almost there. I hope there's nothing that I'm like massively overlooking that is just going to ruin all of this work. Because that would really be unfortunate. Okay. Ooh, I just need to get my bearings straight now that I'm not bobbing up and down over and over again. Oh, we really did reach the top of that tree. Ugh. I feel motion sick not moving. Whew. Okay. Now, the next part of this. I need to make something so that whenever they break, it moves the kelp that is broken down there. And I have a sort of a kind of a rough solution to that. Not a very elegant one, but one that will kind of work, I think. Right? Let's do a little bit of a test real quick. Ladders. Yeah, I can just use planks for this. Let's do a little bit of an experiment. So, yeah. So, I'm going to put a bucket of water here. I want to see how it reacts to this being there. Not the way that I want it to. But that answers my question. So, that won't work. Okay, I sort of have an idea, actually, as to how I can do this. I might just use planks at this point. No. The reason I made this out of concrete or stone in the first place is to make it lightning proof. So I do need a little bit of cobblestone. Let's just go get that. I'm not going to dip into the tiny amount that I have left. I really don't need very much more. It's like 4 or 5 blocks, I guess. No, a little bit more than 4 or 5, but... yeah, sure, this will do. Okay. I think what I have in mind will work. Probably. I hope this doesn't cause any problems, though. I didn't have enough. Wait, I have slabs. These should be enough. Also, need to throw down a ladder. Throw down another ladder. And then, actually I'm going to break this for now. So I need to get back up. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't need to do that. No, now that I think about it, this won't work. Oh, it will work. But I actually need more than I thought. Yeah. I do have a plan. And I think it will work. I just need a little bit more cobblestone. And I'll just take it from here. There we go. Alright, this should work now. I probably should have put the kelp in by this point, because it really doesn't need to sit around and do nothing at the now. Is this equal on both sides? Yeah, it is. And then still won't work now that I think about it. Or will it? No, it won't. But this will. Okay. I'm gonna change my idea again for the 3rd time. Right here. But I have a slight problem now that I think about it. Will that work? No. Okay, I want to check something real quick. I need to do more testing. Ah, somebody looking to be banned has shown up. You're going. Alright, I have a plan now. Let's see how this works. I want to test some fluid dynamics. This isn't the best place to do it, but I don't have any other options. I think this will flow normally. Didn't mean to do that. So, I want to go out to 4. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. I keep placing this wrong. So now it's going to here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should stop there. That's my theory. It did not stop there, but it did stop there. Let's sleep real quick. It requires further testing. Let's push it further back. This is not the best place to be testing, but whatever. So. Oh yeah. Okay. This design will work, I think. Yeah? The only problem? It needs more cobblestone. But should be able to... I'm just gonna leave this up here so that I have it for reference. It won't take a ton of cobblestone, just a little bit. Let's get at it. Of course, the first one I break pops up over there. And also, now that I think about it, okay, let's put the kelp down. I have no reason to keep it just unused this entire time. How do I put it down? Can I swim this deep? I did not think about this problem. How do I place it? Well, you know, if I had water running around, it really wouldn't cause a big problem, I think. So let's do it on the back side anyway. I shift, oh, shifting actually makes it worse. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Should I use... Well, it was a good idea that when I thought about it, I can still kind of do it. Let me go mix some more slabs real quick. Man, I did not expect this project to take hours, but well, hours may be extreme, but it's taking quite a long time. Okay. I think there's another thing I want to try seeing, testing. No, as far as I can tell, that won't. So, anyway, just need more cobblestone. Actually, I can do this with slabs, and that'll mean I need less. I should still get a bunch though, because I've exhausted my supply. I am going to cheat though while I'm getting this cobblestone. I'll still be here, but I will spare my finger a bit. So chat, how are you doing? I don't even know if anybody is still there, but decided that I would ask anyway, because you never know. Somebody may have joined. Some people may still be there. My plans after this, sorry about that, 4 hours of sleep. Now that I get the kelp farm going, the next thing that I'm going to do is get a little bit of the create going. Do I get the create? I guess I don't need to. I have all of this gravel. We're gonna do the gravel, I think. Set up a farm. Then set up kind of like an area for mobs to spawn, neutral mobs ideally. Though I don't know. Yeah, I guess if I put light down, it will prevent enemy mobs from spawning. Yeah, those are my plans right now. And hopefully by then we'll be able to get crate going. Actually, if I get the copper I need, we will start with getting crate going, because I'm going to set up something that will automatically mine this stone for me. And we'll need to make a new area for that. I accidentally wrapped my mouse cord around something. Yeah, that's a decent amount of cobblestone. That should hold me off until I can automate it. Yeah, I want to repair my pickaxe. Oh, the parts builder had cobblestone in it. I didn't realize that. That would have saved me time and effort. And I can save a little bit more by using slabs for this. So I'm pretty sure it'll work. So, up we go. I'm gonna reclaim some of these cobblestone, I think. Yeah. The top there, at least I think, yeah. Well, thought I was gonna reclaim. Just realized water doesn't flow the way I thought it would. That could be a problem. We will deal with that problem when we get to it. Because I do need it to sort of flow a certain way. Yeah, I guess it's not gonna work perfectly. Oh. I should sleep too to prevent mobs from spawning. Well, nothing's... No, some things could spawn technically, I guess. Also, I should get a torch. Like, what am I doing? I need torches in my offhand. Yeah, coal, torch. Dynamic lighting. I'm supposed to have dynamic lighting. But maybe torches don't actually... Oh no, they do. I just don't... It doesn't look like it does in Optifine, but... It is Optifine. Well, it is a dynamic lighting effect similar to Optifine. Okay. Now then. The next step in human evolution. So, the water that's flowing here, I'm not going to mess with it quite yet. Just going to get the platforms down. There we go. So it's right here. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or should I have it come out over here? I guess it doesn't matter which side it comes out, as long as it comes out on one side. Okay, we're gonna test and see if this will be sufficient. Okay, interesting placement there. I don't know if I'm actually saving on cobblestone or not. So, when I break the dam, how will this go? It won't go at all. In fact, now that I think about it, this is not flowing. So water does not work the way that I thought it did. That's a problem. How do I solve this? I need water to flow over top of water. Would... I wonder... Would this do it? Do I just need to progressively go higher? Okay, this is still not working out the way that I want to, but can resolve that problem at another time. Actually, no, of course. Right? No, it's just gonna flow here. Flow there. Oh, I've overcomplicated this. It didn't have to be this way. Wait, oh, I need that there. Right? No, I don't. I don't even need that to be there. They're really blasting off to avoid me catching them. Right. This doesn't need to be there. Because I can just have it fall right out here by having this. I'll go down and collect those blocks now. I have a plan. I think they'll still work. Probably. If I'm wrong, well, who said life was easy? Wasn't me. This is what I'm here for Minecraft. Problem solving. And that's what machines are like useful for, is they give you ways of solving problems that are like not easy, but still sort of like intuitive. Whereas like basic Minecraft, like redstone and such, it's so convoluted how you can manage to get it to work that I just don't find it all that engaging. Okay, so I have an interesting idea. And now everything is flowing. Good. Alright. I do need to check real quick. Does moving this block hurt anything? I don't think so. So, this will work, right? Yep. Okay. Fantastic. Except this is kind of a problem now. But I'll worry about that problem at a later date. I went the wrong way. Better go this way to get there. Yeah. That works, but that block is still a problem. What happens if I won't help? So I still need to go one more higher. Glad to see that that's fine. I'm going to steal some more cobblestone. I don't actually know if I need to conserve my cobblestone now, but I want to do it anyway because it's instinct. It's instinctual. So, I believe that if I just do this... Actually, I don't need to do that along the back. I can actually conserve a lot of cobblestone if I didn't do that. Sure. Yeah, there we go. The entire system now works. So it will all... So once I break this, once I break the kelp from the bomb, it will float up to the top, reach this. Actually, now I think about it, I do know why I need these here. So I don't want it to catch. Because the only place I want it to go is this way. In fact, I will make it a bit taller even up here, just in case it jumps a bit when it pops up. And now it will all flow into there. And I'm going to slab all of this so that mobs cannot spawn up here. There we go. This is now working. I don't know how long that took, but it took too long. Will it deposit onto the trees, though? I think it might, so I probably need to remove those. I think the jungle tree will be fine, but the others, they need to go. Okay, let's chop this tree down at least, and I want to harvest whatever I can from it, saplings related. Where is my chest with, yeah. Okay. At long last, we're finally making progress. Wow. What a huge mess of a tree. It'll be kind of hard to remove leaves off of it. I'm gonna go up here, see if I can... Yeah, this'll work. It's just like when they were white, but now they're green, so... And we're getting saplings from it, which kind of are better than string, to be honest, if I'm being real. Though I wonder kind of how many sieves can we really do at one time? Because if you can do like, I don't know, 64 sieves at a time, just knock out an entire stack at once, things could work pretty good for us. But these saplings I'll be using those to make a lot more dirts. Oops. It's a good thing I got a bunch of apples. I did follow everybody, whoever is here that remembers betting on me falling. I just didn't fall off the world. So it doesn't count. People fall out of trees all the time, but nobody falls off the planet very often, so... Your guys' expectations of me should have been better. Ow. Vines are not as convenient as ladders, I guess. Wow, I didn't expect to break both of them. Well, I think we did good work here. Yep, alright. Now, let's test the... Let's test this. We haven't fully grown them up, but you know. They should be... So something didn't work, huh? What was it that didn't work? I just got the... Oh, they hadn't even reached the top yet? Did they? Yeah, they hadn't even reached the top yet. Oh no. Oops. Ooh, I had the bucket on me too. That was bad. You know what? I didn't even lose very many levels by doing that. I just had so few. I wonder if any of my items fell into there. Let's check. Don't think so. But I got the 8. Yeah. Okay, this works. It's just really slow. I should have realized that. Things don't rise very quickly in water in Minecraft. I'll have a better system in the future for that, but it works. Okay. These saplings, gonna turn them into dirt real quick. Man, saplings go hard. And now they're gone. A little extra dirt is going to be helpful. Where's the dirt at? Here. So I got 8 out of that. Not bad. And we have our kelp. That'll be useful soon. So, what's next? Gravel. That's what's next. Right, the sieves down there. I want to check something. If I add an extra sieve, does it sieve? I'll just make a ton more sieves for the heck of it. Oh, sorry. A ton more meshes for the heck of it. But I'll just test one. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't know why I made a bunch, but hey. Wood is cheap. So if I put this down, toss that in, and let's sieve some gravel real quick. If this keeps working, there's no reason not to just go exponential. Okay, it only works in a 4x4. So you only ever really get use out of having 9 of these. Got it. Okay. Unless you have an extra person, but we don't, so. It's just me. Anyway, let's put some of this stuff away. String goes in here. Put those there. These apples can go here. Cobblestone here. Right. Let's pick up all of our bits of metal. And sticks. The bucket can go here. Sticks. All right. Put our tools where our tools should go. Throw the sticks back in here. And torches in the offhand. Well, let's get our gravel on. As far as I can think, I cannot imagine a reason to keep gravel to make into, well, no, I'm going to automate it so it doesn't matter really if I keep gravel around. So let's just expend all of this gravel. If there's a reason to keep more gravel, I will automate gravel. So, and let's just see how much stuff we can get. Copper is the big one that we really want, but iron is important too, and it seems we're getting quite a bit of iron. That's the first copper that we got. That is miserable. Also, we're getting tons of flint. Is flint useful for anything? Flint. Okay, that's how you make it, but that's not so much what I was curious about. Revolver hammer. Oh, for like a gun. A coal ball. Not sure what that's useful for. A book of war. Don't have books yet. Fetching table, shurikens, mensurator when you have metal, which I don't have in particularly large amounts. Wait, it's 2 fletching tables? Why? EFLN. Explosive. I can make explosives with gunpowder, which I don't really have much of. Can use it as stone. Flint and brick. The hell is a flint and brick, and what would you use it for? Initializing. What does that even mean? I can make a knife, pulverizer, but doesn't really take very much, so I'm looking for things that I can make in bulk. Pigment extractor, not crazy. You can make gunpowder somehow? Those are shaped crafting. You can make a spark plug. Redstone with lava, flint, and netherrack, but netherrack supplies are not exactly. I don't have many of them. I'm sorry for the yawning. I can make granite, diorite, andesite. Yes, yes. That'll be useful in the future. So yeah, I do have a use of having flint around. Some chemical injecting to weather, I guess. I can turn it back into gravel. Gunpowder, oxygen, uranium. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that too much right now. Flint and magma into scorched bricks. Really? Flint and magma into scorched bricks. But getting magma is its own little thing. And I don't really need scorch bricks that much. You can leave a trail of fire in your wake. Fire burning in my heart. Tool creates fire on usage. Okay. Increases the area of fire, so you just make a bigger fire. Sure. I'm guessing that what a flint and brick does is just the same thing as flint and steel. You can make flint tools. Should look into that. Should look into seeing how good flint tools are. You can turn gravel and a variety of other things into sand and flint. Oh, so pulverizer is another method of doing that. Silver ores, sure. So it's useful for things. I don't. What else? What am I going to use it for though? Now I think about like why do I care? I have nothing to do with flint anyway. I went off on that big long tangent, and in hindsight, I realized there was no point to it. Okay. Let's keep this gravel train a rolling. Turns out it is really hard to get copper. Somebody's messaging me on Discord. I have some other Discord notifications. Streamer mode. I don't know what streamer mode's supposed to do, but it is not preventing me from seeing notifications, getting notifications. Actually getting a respectable amount of iron now, though. Kind of. Sort of. Also, my inventory is filling up. No, it's not. I thought those things popping up there meant that my inventory was filling up. Okay. Okay, copper supply is now coming in. That being said, I have no reason not to just keep doing this gravel. As far as I know, gravel is not used for anything in Create. So I can just keep doing this. I know at some point I'll need to do dust for a bunch of things that I want, but I don't really want to convert gravel into dust by hand. It's just too tedious. It's better if we get the machines to do that for us. At the end of the day, I'll still need to do this part. Though, there will be an auto-sieving machine at some point. Wow. I've already got 16 ingots of iron. Andesite is now kind of a limiting factor for me. I did get a bit extra andesite. But Yeah. We do have enough copper now, though, for our previous concerns. We have so much flint. Wow. Let's do a nice little sleep here. Also, I should remove that stuff on top of my roof. Yeah, I should check out the flint tools. If they are better than stone, we should switch over. Though we're getting close to a place where iron could be the next upgrade, so it might kind of be pointless. Should have maybe made that switch at an earlier point in time. Let's check the book. Alright. Bamboo's pretty, or, I was gonna say, Tier 1, oh, those range. Vine, leather, string, choice, copper, flint. Durability is low. Is the mining speed better than rock? Nope. It's better for weapons, I'm guessing, than stone. Yeah. Every point durability loss increases damage. Yeah, so flint is a weapon. Sorry for all the yawning. Yeah, so actually, why are my books in this chest? They should be in this chest. Let's toss all of my ill-gotten gains into here. Actually, these are respectfully gotten gains. Now, the iron and the copper are really what's most important to us right now. Add a few more copper over here, take this iron out. Let's craft it up. Is it 4x4? Yeah. So, 19 iron is good. 7 copper is not as good. But I need them both. I still have more flint. Take this coal. Where is my coal? I put it in there, I guess. Alright. Making the first metal of the game. Also, I forgot to fix the animations on these. Sorry about that. Let's get some more kelp. And, I don't know what to do now. Chop down this tree for the fun of it. Sure. My sleepy brain can do a few actions at one time, but not too many actions. There's 2 of our kelp. Hey, the kelp is coming. Yep, we got a bit more this time. Not a ton more, but... Oh! Man, it really flings it. I might wanna maybe... Yeah, let's Let's narrow that a bit so it's not flinging it all over the place. Oh yeah, I need to cook the kelp too. First the iron, or the copper. So without that copper, we kind of didn't need to do it, honestly, in hindsight. But it will help us reduce our cost. Actually, this stuff I'm just going to toss, because I don't need it. All right. And want some of that stone so I can make the... Actually, I don't really want trees here anymore, now that I think about it. Let's fix this up a little bit so it's not spewing the kelp all over the place when I break it. I got more kelp. Why did I get more kelp? I think maybe there is a water disturbance in there somewhere, which is a problem because I really kind of don't know what to do about that. Also, I kind of made this impossible to get out of. Oh, there we go. I wonder if there's one over there too. That's sort of an issue. So somewhere in there, I fucked up the water and it's collecting somewhere, and the ones over here are being funneled into it and it's not reaching the top. So that's cool. If I let it grow all the way, I might be able to see where that is. Okay, finally got the copper. Alright, so. The next phase of our plan is making the funnel. The seared drain. I'm really hoping this is what I need, because if it's not, I really don't know what to do. It would fall into there, wouldn't it? Let's go up onto the roof. Did it fall in? Yeah. Okay. Now, faucet. This better work. Whoops. So theoretically, this works. I just need to throw some metal in there to find out. Well, we did this to make andesite, so let's throw in some andesite. Or some, yeah. Actually, I should use a full coal block, or, I mean a full, full thing of coal. Wow, the melters. Its capacity is not what I would like it to be. Also, the entire thing's capacity is not what I'd like it to be. I remember these things having much higher capacity back in the day. Alright, so. Sleep one off real quick. I'm going to make a basin. I have enough for that, right? I think so. Casting basin. Yep. And andesite. Where is it at? And I'm just going to convert every andesite I have into andesite alloy. So. It's not what I needed. I really just need a book, don't I? I need a book so that I can learn how Tinker's Construct works, because I don't know how it works. Right? Is it not working because, yeah, I don't know. It's 8 ingots in there, so I couldn't actually even use. Do I have enough for gold? I need some gold. Gold and iron don't mix, right? Need to check. Gold, do you mix with iron? Right. Arc furnace. Wow. Someday I'll be able to get some real results. Red sand. Huh. I don't know if it mixes with it. I've certainly played in mod packs where it did mix with some things. There's no alloying in this at all, or it seems that way anyway. I like alloying, so I might change that at some point. Anyway, I still have this problem of I don't know how to get this stuff out of here. So I need a book. So paper, I realistically can only get from sugarcane right now. Other things to make a book with. I can use a pattern and some things over here. I wish I could see all of these recipes at the same time. Sky slime, I can't get sky slime. Can't get ender slime. Can't get those pink slime ball. Damn it. Okay. Slime. Because this binding recipe would be easier than getting leather right now. So, how do I make slime? Lime dye, dough. I guess I need to make a garden. Dough is just, water and flour. And you get flour. Okay. Sure. I didn't need the copper. Didn't need the copper. This casting basin will be important for later. I want to check something real quick. Are you using your full capacity? Oh, it's just in the melter. Nothing is in. Did I not make what I thought I was trying to make? Oh, thank you, Zen. That's very helpful. Seared casting table. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe all this works fine. Maybe this will work. I don't know why it would, but maybe it will. Andesite. No. Doesn't do it. I don't know how this works. How do I get you out? Shift for buckets. I can use a bucket. Molten iron. Molten cast iron. Molten iron bucket. So you can do that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to get anything out of it. I don't know how to do it. Also, apparently a bucket is a lot of iron. Though, genuinely don't really know what I could do with a bucket of iron, so it doesn't matter anyway. Do I need a book? I guess so. Man, I am losing my mind. Apparently. Mm. Since I have grass seeds, I don't really need to keep the grass maintained. And I don't really think I'm going to get anything by trying to do that anyway. All this stuff is like, technically I don't need the smeltery to work. I'll throw the basin back down. Like, I don't need the basin to be functional. I do need to make that book though, just to figure out like what I'm missing. I remember it being pretty easy to make the drain, but I don't know. What if I just type in drain? Oh. Obsidian pane? What in God's name is a pane? Searing drain. Right. Foundry. Foundry. Did I make all this wrong in the first place? Smeltery controller. Smeltery controller was what I wanted. Right? Molten copper, 4 ingots. Foundry controller. Molten obsidian. Foundry smeltery. Well, I think I figured it out, but at the same time, I'm confused still. Wait, maybe there's a way of doing smeltery controller. Apparently the melting thing, I don't know how that works, and I don't think it's related to what I'm trying to do. Controller. Control. You can close. Is there a way to craft this? Seemingly no. Then there's the foundry controller. It requires what I don't understand is you need a foundry to make a foundry. Maybe. Do I even need this here? For this to function? Seemingly no. Then how do you work? How do I get anything out of this? Melter. Melter. Seared drain. Smeltery. 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 Shoot. Gauge. Seared melter. Heater. Alloy kiln. I've melted metal. How the heck do I get the melted metal out? And then how do I use it? Apparently, this entire thing that I thought was a thing doesn't use any of this. Maybe it's still the same. No, it can't be. It can't be the same. Well, I don't know. But I'm just going to leave this here because I can't figure it out. And I'll move on to something else. Let's make a hoe. I'm not even going to make a tinker's hoe because I'm angry at tinkers right now. But also because I don't need to. And it's draining my soul. How long have I been streaming? About 3 hours. Maybe it's getting time to take a break. I'm not angry or anything. I'm kind of just exhausted, honestly. 1, 2. Wait a minute, I haven't put the water down yet. It's not the kind of exhaustion that will make me burn out. It's just sort of the kind of thing where, like, you know, everybody knows that thing you get when you're playing a game and you get to a part where it's like frustrating to deal with. That's where I'm at right now. 2, 3, 4. Wow, I didn't think. I figured a wooden hoe would have enough endurance for that, but I guess not. Well, let's go for the next one. So, what I'm getting is I need lime dye, I need wheat, and a terrifying proposition is that I need tinkers to do things. So, but let's just get some of this crop things going right now. It'll be useful in the long run to be getting some of this going. And one of those things that I want to get going is a little bit of mystical crops. Just put mystical crops over here. Hopefully mystical crops doesn't hurt you anymore like it used to. Back in the day you would take damage from mystical crops. Do carrots not count as seeds? That's interesting. This will give me a food source, and this will solve a bunch of other problems I have with a variety of things. Right, so that while that's going, let's get some other things going too. Like I said before, I really don't need tinkers, smeltery to get anything done. Let's just get the simple, we're going to do this. We're going to get the simple idea that I have in my head of what a automated cobblestone into gravel setup is going to look like. Hopefully we have enough of everything to make that. And yeah, let's just do that. So I can make a maximum of 8 andesite alloy. If I had the whole Tinker's thing going, I could double this. Unfortunately, I don't. There we go. Andesite alloy. Okay. Now, we need water wheels. Water wheel. Not that. So it's just planks with a shaft, and then to double the size, double the planks. Got it. Let's make everything before that we need before that, and then we'll hopefully not need more than one. So, first things first, drill. I want a drill. Mechanical drill. It's going to be real expensive. Real expensive. But you need it. I need it. We all need it. So, casing. How do we make andesite casings? Yes, a plank. It's a plank. Stripped logs. Got it. Sure. Also, I'm just gonna strip all of this because I'm gonna need lots of these casings as Create gets more and more complicated. Suppose one could argue I'm overdoing it, but hey. A lot of hard work in this series where I do automation, starting to realize. But that's partly because I chose to do it in Skyblock. But I was kind of forced to do it in Skyblock because I couldn't do it normally. Not without a server, and I don't have the... Actually, you know, in hindsight, I probably should have tested to see how the because I put a bunch of optimization mods into this mod pack after I tested if the mod pack itself would work. I'm gonna go up here and collect the kelp that is probably, oh, yep, it's right around here where it's broken. Just cook up more of that kelp. What was I saying? Something about... yeah. The, I added a bunch of mods that make the game work better. That's why it's so smooth and silky and doesn't lag very often. But the problem I ran into with that, or I did that after I realized that the original mods were going to run really slowly, um, unless I did Skywalk, which obviously it runs pretty good. Um, I never tested how a normal world would work with those mods, and it would probably work fine. And I didn't actually need to make this a Skywalk series, but it's too late for that. Okay, so we have some stripped oak. I'm just going to make one of these andesite casings. You still break with an axe? Yes. I should be able to make a drill now. Okay. I need a drill. I need a mill. Those are just the two things we need right now. I need another casing, a cog. Got it. Oh, this will take any rock. Thank God. I was like, do I need polished andesite? Because I used all. I have one left. And nowhere to put it. What should I take out of this? Well, I have some dust left over. Forgot that. Man, this is it's because of all this flint. I'll move this coal out. Okay. Now, I need another casing. I need to make a cog. Some cog of duty. Actually, is there another way? Oh, just planks and a shaft. We need to make some of those. So, is that a... Let me check something real quick. This is a terrible recipe. Because you can get several shafts with doing that. Yeah, that other recipe is garbage. Because now I just, shaft and a plank. Here's your cog. And does it have to be polished? I have tufts. There. Here we go. So, millstone, a drill, and a water wheel, which is just, planks around a shaft, yeah? Turns out we did not need as many as thought. Connect stress capacity low. Mass something something control. That mass is higher. So these are the basic building blocks of what we need, and we also need to set it up so that there's an auto there's a thing. You all know what I mean when I say a thing. I do kind of think we may have a bit of an issue where I don't think I have quite enough to do this. So let me show you what the kelp is for. Those are for belts. Mechanical belts are useful. No, I need the belt. They can keep the rest of that. More dried kelp. Or more belts. I do need these. So. Oh yeah, funnel. Funnel. Andesite funnel. Oof. Do I do need probably at least one. Because I don't think a hopper will work. Unless they will. But I don't think they will. Because that will break. Goes on the thing. And then once it needs to break onto a hopper, then onto a chest, then onto a thing, then to do it. Well, this is my last piece of andesite alloy. And I need some chests. Just 2. Oh, actually, wait, what? Oh. Well, that's a lot of chests. Okay. Oh, because I was using logs. Whoops. I used up all my stripped logs for that. I'm gonna put them somewhere safe. Speaking of safe, the iron needs to be somewhere safe. Actually, I'm just gonna put all of this here because I'm gonna be working on the edge real quick. And my brain is not working at its finest at the moment. So I don't want to fuck up somehow. Okay. Cobblestone. Do I have any? No. Really? I don't need a ton. And I can use slabs for this. Right? We just need to make the housing for it now. I might need a hopper. If I need a hopper, it's going to eat some of my... I need those chests. Unless there's a better hopper recipe, which would be fantastic, because I really want one. Hopper. Doesn't look like it. What an unfortunate thing. So expensive. What was that? Iron rod. Iron rod. Quarks. Okay, it's not quarks iron rod. Never mind. Quarks iron rod is kind of useful because I could break blocks with it, Assuming the others are not the same. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sleep this one off. Okay. So, I have everything I need right. I made the hopper correct. I didn't actually make the copper. Yep, there we go. I'm assuming I need that. So, if that's the case, then it'll be a chest. Do chests catch fire? Can you make chests out of cobblestone? Chests. I don't know. It would be nice to have a chest that isn't flammable, though. I'm assuming chests are not flammable. Because this is going to be kind of close to lava. Me chest. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like stone chests or anything. And well, there's prismarine, but I mean, there's warped. Theoretically, you can get warped, but I'm gonna assume the chests are not flammable. I also need to put down some chests real quick. At least one of them. Sure. So this is the floor of this machine. There will be a hopper here, and above that will be a something else. So here's the hopper. This is the block that is going to be broken. And if that is the block that is going to be broken, then this where I'm standing is going to be lava. Probably. Or over there is going to be lava. Can I have water coming off at an angle? I don't know why I haven't tried that. I feel like it would work, right? It might even work better. Because, actually, now that I think about it, usually there's not a block underneath. Wait, no, this is the hopper. So, this is the block that will have lava on it. And right here will be whatever block. This will be what is broken by the drill. So here needs to be an area for water to fall down. right? I think so. Right? We remove this block real quick. So the hopper goes. Maybe I should go get the hopper. Struggling to visualize things a little bit. This may not have required this hopper thing, but rather be safe than sorry. So that breaks. Lava moves here, so water needs to move here. So the water block will be there, or it could be over there. But I have no reason to put it over there. So I think if I have water collect here, that's fine. Trying to use a minimum amount of material. Yeah. I need the water to be here, right? Yeah. Okay, that hopper did its thing. Let's go get the water, because I can just have it be running. I don't need to worry too much about that. I don't actually know how to get back up here. I'll go and get a ladder. And hopefully this is the last lava generator multi-block that I ever need to make in this series. Almost certainly not the last one I'll ever make. Yeah. Yeah. Should do it. So, put the lava in there. Ow. Can I put a ladder here? No. Yeah, lava can go in there. surprised I haven't made anything to make lava yet. Yep, my old faithful can be at ease now. I'll clear out those blocks later. Let's get a few of the important parts. The mechanical drill, millstone. No, just the mechanical drill for now, because I at least want to make sure that it is pointed in the right direction. Let me check something real quick. Have another notification. I don't really get what that notification was about, so I'll just ignore it for now. So, there we go. So does this work? Yes, it does. It does in fact work. So now I just need a mechanical drill to handle the heavy lifting. That is not the direction I want the mechanical drill to be facing. Which means I need to remove that block. And the only way to do that is to replace it with something else. There we go. And I need something to sit for it to be back from, no, not here. Here, I'll break this block. Now, the drill. All right. Ow. Huh. Well, I actually don't need this here anymore. And you're not necessary either. Okay. And that block I also do not need. And it spins from there. So now I need to create a water wheel. Do I need more cogs? I think I kind of do, and I don't really know how to deal with the problem if I do. So one thing is funnel and mechanical belt and shaft. I think I may not have quite enough of the things that I need. Never been in this position before. Does the belt have to be below? I think it does. So if I, for instance, put the filter on here, yeah, it needs to run around below here, doesn't it? So I needed this entire thing to be 1 block taller. Oh goody. So I don't want the belt to just be sitting on top of nothing. So I need the grindstone too. Just how do grindstone actually work? Millstone, I should say. So it goes around, but how do you feed into it? I guess it would feed in from the top. Which means I need it to be 1 more lower. Or do I? For you see, I believe you can have belts drive that's not right. I believe you can have it sort of go at an angle. And I need this to go up and then down. Right. Up and then down. So, can you do this? I don't necessarily think I needed to go that high. Belt. So it can do that. Hopefully this works. Probably. You are no longer necessary. Hopefully that this will feed into that. It should, theoretically, but it's kind of concerning looking kind of, sort of, kind of. Anyway. And then hopefully it will just drop right into my boy over here. I don't know if this will feed directly into a chest or not. If it will, then I won't actually need the second andesite funnel. Okay, it does not need to be that low off the ground. The thing I need to do is have this set up so that, yeah, I'm hoping I can feed directly onto a belt, because that would be convenient. And hopefully this goes zoop right down onto it, grinds up, then goes to the belt. Oh yeah, I do eventually need it to do that because it needs to feed into, yeah, got it. So what if I, oops, didn't mean to do that. Shaft here, mechanical belt, mechanical belt, mechanical belt. No, that won't work. Got it. Well, in that case, I need this pathway to go a bit further. So, mechanical belts, mechanical belts. There we go. So hopefully it drops right there, feeds over to here. I need one more chest. But I want to sleep. Let's sleep. Getting close to having the basic shape of this, but I can already tell that this is not going to be enough. Yep, right. So once this is powered, it will do the thing, do into here, do over to here, and then it's in this chest. Seems reasonable. The things that need to be powered are, well, kind of everything. These need to be powered, that needs to be powered, this needs to be powered. These don't actually take power, they just take rotation. That needs power, and this needs power. And I only have 2 shafts left. Huh. Yep. I need more andesite. More andesite. I don't really know how to make more andesite. Calcite. You can get bone meal from calcite. Yeah, there's not really any way to get more andesite without the dirt method. So that's kind of where we are now. We're kind of like halfway through what I thought we were going to get through today. I need to make this walkway wider. That one's fine. Right. Well. Oh. We got some Infernium. Also a okay, this is the mod. This is the mod that, like, when I'm playing vanilla Minecraft, I'm like thinking all the time, I wish this was in vanilla. All I have to do to collect any of these crops is just right click. Like that. And it will automatically plant whatever is there using the seeds produced by whatever is there. It is so convenient. convenient like you can't possibly even comprehend. Oh yeah, that's great. I want to put some more wheat down. Beetroots are just kind of there as a temporary thing until I get like potatoes. But yeah, fantastic. Well, I think this is where we're going to end the stream today. Today, I might come back later tonight. I said that yesterday, but I'm technically ending today's stream before I even started yesterday's. So I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go chill and such. I want to thank everybody who joined me here today. This stream was even better than yesterday's stream, except for all the complicated frustrations of Minecraft and being tired and all that such. I might do a little bit off stream, like off stream, like gardening and such. Stuff that you don't really need to watch because it'll just be a bunch of grinding. Or I'll stream later today, or both. However, let's find somebody to raid, shall we? Let's see. Our choices so far. I think that we're going to raid my friend Lucy, who I hang out in her server all the time. She's playing The Witcher. I'm sure some of you will find that interesting. I actually have The Witcher games. I've just never gotten around to playing them. I don't think my computer can handle them, to be honest. But yeah, I think that you'll enjoy her streams, and I'll probably stick around in her chat for a little bit, maybe. So in the meantime, hope you all have a good afternoon, and I'll see you later.